Bigfoot Expedition 3, Part 3, 23 July 2008. Possible Bigfoot Caves. After we checked the area of our first Bigfoot sighting to see if he was truly gone, he wasn't there. So we decided to circle around the area and see what else we could find. Well, about 100 yards away from the cave where the Bigfoot popped out of, we found more caves, and these caves are very interesting. The first thing we noticed was the crude wall built in front of one of the caves that kind of made a retaining wall. That was kind of caught our attention. The next thing that was interesting was the grass mat on the left side of the cave. Very thick, very plush. Then there were the two small pits, shallow pits that were dug in the dirt. We don't know if this was possibly a play area or a sleeping area for maybe a younger Bigfoot. Some people suggest this might be an Indian cave and the two pits were where people had dug for pottery, but it doesn't seem to be so, along with the nutshells that we found laying inside. We started looking around and started finding more caves. However, we believe these caves are not used on a permanent basis. I believe they're probably used during the winter time when the weather is harsh. This particular cave is more open, has no wall in it, but it would make a good shelter. Now these particular caves would be really good for possibly from the nesting. One could come out and go down and get some peace and quiet away from maybe the youngsters or something and sit down and crack some nuts, because we did find nutshells in each one of them. It would be a good place to just sit and watch out over the area. They can see the entire valley below, so any danger that's approaching would be seen hours before it finally would get to a point where it'd be dangerous to them. So they could evacuate the area very easily. We affectionately call this area with the caves the Bigfoot Appartment complex. On our way back to our base camp, we ran across a mine shaft. It was boarded up and safety and so forth, but we were very curious about the sign on it. Basically it's a uranium mine, and it's still radiating particles, and so we were told by the forest rangers that it would not be a good thing to go into these caves or take any rocks that might be around the entrance, so we left the area alone. Well, that's it for Expedition 3. Remember, we take donations and stay in the field as often as we can. So if you like what you were doing, please donate.